Mediterranean herb garden in a very basic kitchen colander. Now, you can use a bright, shiny new one. You can get an old, vintage, antique, enameled porcelain variety, or even use something more whimsical. In colored plastic, you'll find them in the big box stores. So I have taken my colander and I've lined it with burlap. And then to keep a little more of the moisture and soil retention, I've lined it with plastic. So the plastic keeps the water from draining and the soil from draining out too much, and then the burlap hides the plastic and also helps retain a little moisture. So I'm going to start by adding just a little bit of soil, and I'm using a very nice mixture of compost, peat moss, and a potting soil. You do not want to use a garden soil or a topsoil because it really doesn't have the nutrients and the soil values that you want for a potted, planted, growing dish garden. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to leave these little herbs in their peat pots because they help to add nutrition as well as hold moisture. And I'm planting in that little bit of thyme there. We're going to add some real pretty sage over here to this side. Here we have some lovely oregano. And then I'm going to add a little more soil on top. And this could be used indoors in a sunny area, on a table, in the breakfast nook, or on a kitchen counter. You could also put it on your patio table outdoors. Maybe you're on a terrace or a balcony. It would make a nice little cutting herb garden right outside the kitchen door. A little more soil on there. Now, you can leave it just like this, put it on a plate to catch any of the drainage runoff, or we could take it and with a little bit of rope or ribbon or even wire, whatever you would choose, and we can turn it into a hanging plant. Now here you want to make sure that you have a good location where the water can drain off. If you live in a terraced apartment or condo, you certainly don't want this water running down below to your neighbor's terrace below. So we have our Mediterranean colander herb garden, and you can use this well through the summer. Every time you cut and clip, more growth will come from the plant, and maintaining it with a good moisture, but not soggy wet. They tend to be more arid and more dry, but they do need an occasional watering. You do not want to let them dry out completely, nor do you want them sitting in water. I hope you have enjoyed this segment. As we come to a close today, I want to thank you for joining me here in the garden at Caregiving 101. Take care of one another and make time to smell the flowers.